Hello everyone and welcome back to the next episode of Stainless Steel Medieval 2 Total War with Portugal, where we're still in an okay spot. We're still kind of pushing against the Moors. We have managed to recruit a lot of priests recently, which is pretty good, and we're kind of swarming them over towards Cordoba to try and make it a little bit more Catholic and cause some unrest inside the Moorish capital. But also we want the Pope to like us. The Pope does like us quite a lot. Really doesn't like England. I imagine England and Scotland might be at war. But the Pope is also getting on a bit. He's 65, and I think currently the Sicilians are the candidates to take over the papacy. Unfortunately, Manuel is not quite strong enough yet, and Evio, Niccolo and Harold the missionaries are all going to be very, very strong, widely considered living saints, even by their enemies. So we probably won't have a hand in this next election, but we might want to think about who we would maybe like to support going forward.
Name thy enemy, Lord.
Prince Alfonso the Merciless has been doing well in this bridge battle, on these bridge battles. But at some point we're going to have some other fights to deal with, and our army is getting weaker by the second over here. I want to take out this guy because he's only got some siege and some cavalry. I'd like to get that off the field if possible, because those can be quite dangerous. We don't want to deal with them. And this also hopefully will give a bit more experience to Prince Alfonso. And then our new chap, I can't quite remember his name. We're going to send him out to go take the island nearby. I can't remember what it is for the life of me. Let's wait till we're no longer in fog. There we go. Everyone's supposed to go on to loose. I'm just going to get all my cavalry together. And then all you guys can just stand in the back somewhere, because I don't particularly need you for this engagement, admittedly. Let's go. Right, you guys get over here quickly. You guys get over here. We'll use our missile cavalry for the general, hopefully. And our melee horses can go after the ranged artillery. I think that's a wise decision. Do go on skirmish mode, however. And maybe Cantabrian Circle, just in case you get any ballistas or catapults fired at you. This body should go down pretty quickly. You push there now. I think we'll be okay. Although actually their bodyguard is pushing our bodyguard. That's interesting. It's probably not what I would naturally want. So actually, let's get our own cavalry out of there, so therefore we can let our skirmish cavalry continue to do some good work. Because we might lose some of our own troops if we let them stay there. Right, get out of there. We'll let our skirmish cavalry keep firing. We definitely need to get some more heavy cavalry recruited somewhere, but that's not really a great possibility given that we don't have many strong we don't have any really high quality places to actually recruit any more kind of heavy cavalry, unfortunately. But we should be able to do this without too much issue, I would think. There's still got 12 here. But again, these skirmish cavalry really can hurt. In fact, there's only just one of them left now.
The enemy are badly blooded.
Right.
They have lost half their men.
You push the ballista. That general will go down pretty soon, I would imagine. But let's take him out. It's gonna be, oh, we're killing our own troops. Fine. If they all go to melee, that was probably okay. See how much one general can
It is
do.
unwise to praise the day before
We'll bring our own mini cavalry in
but
to join the
our
fight
men
here.
are winning the battle and forging a
Okay, we're
worthy
losing a
victory.
lot of skirmisher cavalry unnecessarily. Let's pull back. We'll send our own... I was about to say send our own mini cavalry in, but they don't seem to be any involved, unfortunately. So let's get them back over here. He's the only one I really care about, is taking out this general. The others don't matter as much, to be honest. He is actually pushing towards our other armies, so all the rest of our troops, so we should be able to take him out one way or another. Between the rock and a hard place, that's a lot of arrows going into him. We should be okay. Just everyone attack. I mean, goodness knows how many there are of you. One of you can probably take him out.
Praise the Almighty! Our enemy has lost it.
Okay, he's routing. Come on, take him out, please. There we go.
All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
Only 33 loss isn't too bad. I probably could have done that a little better, but the main thing is we're taking Moorish generals off the field. And you're going to be executed. Because also you're a very competent general. We don't want that to carry on. Head back to the bridge. It's relatively safe. But you guys definitely need some reinforcements. Over here at Seville, we are also retraining, recruiting here. That's good. And where is he? Rui de Castelo will get on the Portuguese navy here. And he's going to go over to this island here. But we'll end the turn. Because I don't think there's much else we can do now. I do think Sicily is going to be the next preeminent superpower. Just by probably the chance to actually get a pope on the field. And then obviously we want to back them. Because they will be the... they'll have a lot of influence with the pope. So we definitely want them on side, I would think. Let's see what the Moorish Caliphate are going to do. Looks like they're still pushing towards Seville, which is to be somewhat expected. I do want to make a push towards Cordoba, but we might need to keep an eye on Seville before we do that. But looks like they haven't done too much this turn, so that's good. And now we just see what to expect from them going forward. The Venetian Doge is dead, that's fine. First artesian well dug. The first artesian well has been dug by the Carthusian monks in the town of Artois, France. This has given them their name. The technique uses percussion drilling, in which a rod with a hard iron cutting edge is placed in the borehole and repeatedly struck with a hammer, penetrating strata impermeable to water, and so reaching a lower layer of strata containing water under pressure. The water then rises in the borehole and flows spontaneously out of it. And they want us to go speak to the Council of... although the Council of Nobles want us to go speak to Poland.
An honor.
It's just summer up there.
Naturally, my lord.
Looks like Prague is still a rebel settlement. That's curious. We've got a bunch more priests across the board, which is excellent. Don't know why we can hire so many, but I'm not going to say no.
God's servant.
We'll keep one here. You are also okay. You can look after this area. Well, I think we've got one here in Lisbon as well, but you're a little bit younger. We'll send you over towards the Moorish territories as well. There's a bunch of them. You're 25. I'm going to send you down here to start converting that area.
I can go no further today.
Let's make sure everyone's doing something. Land clearance in Silves, because I want some more money. We'll increase the harvest and the growth rate. I'm just wondering if a port would be better. Not at the moment, so we'll go for the land clearance. I'm also going to whack up the tax rate a little bit because I feel like we're a little low on money. We don't probably need to recruit another priest. We've got plenty of them for the time being. Let's build a... don't think I need a brothel. I wouldn't mind a bakehouse just to increase popularity here in Lisbon. We'll also get some more taxes there. Porto can't have much, but we might retrain a spear militia. Lusitanian. Actually, no, we don't need. We can leave the spear militia there, but get some Lusitanian javelinmen and some more Hinites. Let's also get this spy moving towards Cordoba, because it'd be useful to see around that area.
The Sultan will be most pleased at your demise.
That's not too strong of a family. That's family member. That's fine. We also have Brigida as a daughter coming in, but she's going to be a little while before she's ready. And we haven't been very successful with our princesses in the past, admittedly, so we'll have to see how that goes. Seville's still building, but we can get some more troops here. We'll go for some more spear militia, or we can go for some javelin men. Yeah, we'll go for some javelin men. We've got a decent enough of... Actually, no, we'll take off one javelin man and just go for another spear militia. I want a little bit more melee troops.
I will not waste words on you, infidel. Name thy enemy, Lord.
Right, Cordoba doesn't look that strong, but doesn't necessarily mean that it's something we can take at the moment.
Traveling with God.
Because you're outside as well.
Infidel. Who do I face?
Redo some extra mercenaries.
Yes.
I'm pushing myself out on a limb here. This might go poorly if I'm not careful.
My lord, should we spare any of them?
I might be able to get to Cordoba if I'm lucky by attacking these guys. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like the ballista there. And you're the factionaire. Master Smith. Fine armor, plus 4 to general's hit points. Yikes. We might need to pull you back until we have a few more forces. Can we have some forces from Seville to come join you?
Yes. Your orders, noble one.
We could.
Orders. Your Majesty.
We'll take out whatever we can from here.
Orders.
Including, actually, King
Your
Henrique.
orders, noble one. Yes.
He's going to probably have to push down this way as well. Oh, we found another force there.
Yalla, my Sultan wishes you dead.
Fine, we can take you out.
Honorably, my lord. A most
3 spear
honorable
militia and a
victory, my
catapult,
noble
that
lord.
should be okay.
God will be with us, men. To battle.
We've got a
God will
fort
help
near
the
Seville, that
faithful
should
prevail.
buy some time. But I'd like to push Cordoba, because I feel that's important.
Units, await my orders.
Right, everyone wants to loose.
Units, loose for us.
Cavalry, get moving.
Time.
I should have really set this up beforehand, but that's fine.
Units, soldiers, single line.
There we go, you guys get moving. You guys just go behind, please. There we go. Oh, there goes the ballista shots. That was a big hit on someone. On that group of spear militia there. So I need these generals bodyguards to hurry up, really. Put you on skirmish mode. Put you in Cantabrian circle just in case. And you may as well start firing. But I need those ballista dead quickly. Not the ballista, sorry, the catapults. Because they're taking out a few chunks of us, that's for sure. We're taking out some of them, but they are certainly taking out some of us as well. Hopefully some of those can be healed, but ballista shots or catapult shots probably not, in some regards. Okay, charge that catapult down. I'm not too concerned about the other melee troops in the area. You guys pull back. Get out of there, because you're just melee troops now, and I don't want you to be getting involved with spear militia. That's not your job. Not in the slightest. Right, you pull back. You've probably done enough damage to the ballista to keep them occupied for now. You guys can now go back to tight formation.
Victory will be ours.
There's only 6 catapult troops left, which is good. We'll go infantry to charge them. We'll get our cavalry together. In fact, no, we won't, because the skirmisher cavalry could be pretty problematic if they charge spearmen. They're already wavering, but if we just charge into them with our heavy cavalry, they'll break almost instantaneously. They're already routing. Fine, we don't need to. Right, just reform the line here, please. We'll send the skirmisher cavalry to go ride down the spear militia. You can have a quick charge of this spear militia. You should be able to do some good work there, especially with your lances down. It won't knock them out, but it will definitely hurt them for sure. But now they just need to run out of there.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
Okay. We're doing okay. I mean, it's not a particularly difficult battle, admittedly. Get our spearmen to charge their spear militia. You charge into the sides of them. And our heavy cavalry deal with this spear militia unit here. That should be plenty enough.
The enemy general flees like the coward he is. The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
Fine, charge into the back of these guys. They're the holdouts. I don't think that will... This won't be too hard.
True and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
Pressure even from the back, they should rout immediately, as they have done. Do you credit to the catapults? They are still firing. Let's chase them down. Because our archers are still having some issues. But there we go. I probably could have run them down and then executed them. That might have been a more sensible decision.
No.
There we go.
The enemy are beaten. Orders.
You're going to keep pushing towards Cordoba, please. You, my good man,
Yes.
get in the boats.
Orders. Joining the fleet. Full sails.
That's just an army, it's not a boat,
Yes,
that's
my
fine.
Yes, my lord.
You should be okay.
We
It's
shall
not
continue
a
tomorrow.
very strong army, but it should do the job. I think usually Sicily tries to go for that island, so we're trying to rush to beat them to it, really.
Name thy enemy, lord.
Money-wise, we're just about turning a profit still, which is fine. How are we doing up here at Porto? Another 1,000 forts ready to upgrade.
Your orders?
I could send this fleet to join this one, which wouldn't be a terrible idea, but I think 4 is enough. I'd like to keep at least one boat here. Also, I need to move this merchant down to this iron.
As you wish.
Could go past Marrakesh. I've been to Marrakesh, it's a very wonderful place. Only 13 florins. There is gold here. I could try send you to the gold. Usually there's an independent rebel merchant on there who's not going to be too happy about us being there, but we can see. And we'll end the turn. Sometimes turns go very quickly, sometimes they go very slowly, depending on what happens overall. So it's always like the end of the turn. It's always nice to see what happens next. Of course, we're just dealing with the Iberian Peninsula as well. Eventually we'll have to deal with any of the kind of major powers of Central Europe, kind of France and the Holy Roman Empire. Moors are going to push for peace, I imagine?
Despite your
Yes, they will.
antics, we would speak with you this day.
Counter proposal, ceasefire. But I want you to give me a region. They still have so many settlements. They won't give me Cordoba because that's their main area. They're not going to. I doubt they'll give me any region at all, to be honest. Will you give me Valencia? Trade rights? That's only demanding. I mean, I will pay 1,000 to take Valencia off your hands.
The Sultan has killed men
No.
for lesser insults.
Fine.
This bodes poorly for our future.
I wasn't expecting them to say yes, but I thought I'd at least try. I imagine they'll attack you at Cordoba, that's fine. I'll just ask you to withdraw.
Be vengeance. Regroup. Continuing tomorrow.
Okay, Cordoba's now very strong. I probably can't do that without a few extra bits of help, but we do have King Henrique reinforcing from the north. Although he's getting a little bit older now. He's probably not as competent a commander as he once used to be. Treaties on religion. Muhammad al-Shazrastani, I'm going to say, a great Muslim scholar, philosopher and theologian, has completed his great work Kitab al-Milal wa al-Nilal, or the Book of Sects and Creeds. The sects, even. This book studies the histories and teachings of the religions of the world. The book is remarkably unbiased and impartial even, much more so than anything written within Europe. Cardinal dies, Anselm of Canterbury, so England is down a cardinal, and relations are improved with the Kingdom of Leon. That's nice to see. And the Moors are at war with Aragon, that's good. Oh, we've got a new family member, Leonardo de Portugal. And that's going to be the son of Prince Alfonso. So Leonardo may well be the heir, although if he's not old enough, it will probably go to Rio de Castello. Speaking of Rio de Castello, we're going to keep him moving. We could try and knock out their underbelly, kind of at Melilla. But I'd like to try and get this bit of land here, because I think it's, if I remember correctly, it's quite good in terms of its money generation. Seville can have a few more reinforcements for King Enrique. He'll keep moving.
Who do I face?
I'm actually going to pull you back to attack this army here.
Shall send them to hell or worse.
It's literally just all infantry. So even though we don't have a great army, I think we'll be okay to deal with that.
Kill them all, men.
Because, again, we want to wipe out as many troops off the field as possible. But this time we'll have the range advantage over them because they don't have any.
Units, I wait my orders.
Let's go on some form of hill. Well, it's not any great hills here, but this land is at least a little bit more elevated, I would say. And actually, this army does have quite a bit of cavalry. But let's make sure to split it up into ranged and melee cavalry. Our melee cavalry is struggling a little bit in terms of its numbers. This is a very range heavy army. Melee is not going to last very long, I don't think. Are they going to come to us? I mean, they are infantry, they're going to have to. I'm just a little bit concerned by the amount of melee they have in comparison to us. We don't have anywhere near enough melee for a kind of a protracted fight here. So we'll have to see. We'll have to rely heavily on our cavalry and our range. We definitely need to reinforce this army with some more frontline troops. They don't necessarily need to be very good troops, but we just need some spear militia or some mercenaries, something like that, to bolster the ranks a little bit. I'm going to go off this Bedouin infantry, I think. On the flank, these guys can start firing. Okay, we'll let them crack on. And you can charge at that Bedouin light infantry. So we're kind of going off the flanks, in essence. They might not get a great charge over this hill, but they should do okay. I'm just trying to slow them down from actually engaging in melee combat. Right, pull back. straight away, please. Do not stay in protracted long range engagements. That's not what we need to do. I mean, there's Bedouin infantry are almost completely knackered already. You guys are going after the spear militia, that's fine. Nubian spearmen are scary, but we should be able to at least cause a little bit of routing. Probably not kill them in one charge because there's a lot of Nubian spearmen. But we've knocked them down, what, about half already? They're wavering. It's pretty good. All the spearmen get out of there. You're supposed to be in skirmish mode.
No honor. He flees the field. The battle is in our favor.
Okay, chase him down. Okay, we can't spend the time to actually deal with those guys. We need to carry on attacking. You guys come up here. You guys attack them. Again, we are having to just rely on our cavalry here.
Glorious heaven above. Our men have captured the enemy general. Guard him well. Give the dog some... Only half the enemy force remains.
Okay. We are managing. I mean, cavalry are so good in medieval two-total war for sure. Right. Chase these guys down, please. Because there's a bunch of forces we can take on there. You take out them, that's good. And then you guys can take out those Bedouin infantry, that's not a problem. Bedouin infantry will not stand up to even our skirmisher cavalry there. You guys, I don't know if you're firing, but stop. You guys can stop as well. You guys focus on them. You guys on the light infantry, and that's the battle. Excellent.
We must push our advantage.
Okay, so we definitely managed to knock out that big pile of infantry. We do still need to get some more frontline troops for this army, though, because this army is severely lacking in any form of frontline melee. I'd also like another group of heavy knights, but again, very hard for Portugal to recruit at this point in the campaign, unless on crusade. I think we can afford to speed up time now. Okay, you come over here. There's another group somewhere over this hill. There we go. Take them down. You probably will reach them in time. You take out these guys, please. And those archers will kill them. Excellent. Okay. I think that will do. That's plenty of them, really.
All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
So the only reason we were able to win that was because they had no range, no cavalry. We were able to outmaneuver them and outrange them. You are all dying. Ooh, trait increase. I do like a trait increase. And also retinue expander. Or retinue expands, even. Sword bearers, so +1 to personal security, and +1 to general hit points. Excellent. And increased movement for Prince Alfonso. Ooh, he's got Prince Alfonso the Conqueror. Very nice indeed. Strictly religious, dislikes Muslims, great speaker. Which is good because that also improves troop morale. Excellent. But we are running low on troops. So we probably want to do a bit of a recruitment wave across the board. I don't know if we need some ballista at the moment, really. Seville, let's get some javelin men and some more archers.
Yes?
I think King Henrique will have to be the one to push on Cordoba. And I might even siege that out if I can, although King Henrique is getting on a bit. There's a decent force in there, including this guy, Terjamir Ayoub the Honourable, who I think is pretty strong. So I might even give some troops to King Henrique from this army. And what I might do, I might switch out commanders.
Yes.
And that's probably the
Yes,
wisest
my lord.
decision we can
To
do.
my face. Yes, marching.
So I'll try and move those two
Coming
together.
here, my lord.
You
Your
aren't
orders?
ready to move just yet. You should be ready to move though, up towards Poland.
On my way.
There we go, there's Stettin.
Is there
Just some
something
trade
I
rights,
can do for you?
please.
Your plans
Would you take map
have,
information?
another
Just to see what
proposal
you know in this time of the world?
think you would
I'm not
accept
paying you 2,600. Not a chance.
that is all. Farewell, then.
500 florins, that's better than nothing. Let's see if you can go find Hungary. There should be somewhere down in this spot of the world.
Today's journey ends.
Okay, how's our merch? Have we moved our merch this turn? No, we
Ready
haven't.
to trade.
Keep moving you towards the
On my
gold,
way.
but I'm strongly suspect you might be
This is as far as I may
kind of
go.
financially
Ready to
assassinated when you
trade.
get there. 38 florins here. Do you get any more for this
Ready to
mine? No, you
trade.
don't. How are we looking at religion in this part of the world? 41% Catholic. We'll keep you moving. Any of the young priests that we think... I mean, you could be Joachim, you could be a future cardinal or future pope. So we'll move you down here to grow the faith down in... I'm guessing this is Marrakesh, isn't it? No, this is Melilla. I can't quite remember where the border is in this map. It's a little... there's a really small territory here, and then there's a couple of big ones down in the lower parts of Africa. But I can't quite remember exactly where they are. You can come over here.
Traveling with God.
Given that Anselm has just died, there is a position open in the Cardinal's College. So we might be able to get on there. To be fair, Manuel is one of the next in line to become a preferati. The problem is Manuel is 67. He's not got that much more time on him. But let's see what happens. Get our spy moving towards Cordoba. Probably not a bad thing. Papal States still with their Inquisitor around, but the Inquisitor hasn't done too much yet to cause us that many problems, so I'm not too upset about that for the time being. At some point, Leon or Aragon will turn on us. I'm just hoping not yet. But more importantly, let's see what the Moors are going to do. They did offer us a peace, but I didn't really want to accept it because I didn't see a better... We don't really have anyone else to attack in this part of the world without angering the Pope severely, and that's not something we want to do. At least not until we have a Portuguese Pope at the ready. Looks like... Ooh, I thought we might have a fight there. They have left Cordoba pretty undefended, though. We'll have to see what's in that army. Because if we can reinforce the army, we can knock out a large amount of them there. The Council of Troyes takes place. It aims to consider the claim of the Knights Templars, represented by that man and that other man, and another man. And the Council provides papal approval for the Templars and is resulting in new recruits join the Order. The Order is provided with its first rule, the Latin rule. Also want me to spread the word of the Lord. Oh, we lost... Oh, there's probably a lot of heresy here. Oh yeah, there's a lot of heresy there. Goodness me. Right, we're going to have to send some priests back over there. Just to keep the faith moving in the right direction.
Very good, my lord.
To counteract this very competent heretic. Who got promoted? Another Sicilian. That's almost quite worrying. That's 3 Sicilians on the council now. I suspect that might be because they're also dealing with the Moors and possibly even the Byzantines, so they are also spreading the faith in other parts of the world. Is my guess anyway. Gonçalo, yes, you're not a natural commander, are you? Not really. Spearman, let's get another boat on the field. Actually, no, I don't think we need that other boat. Let's not get that.
Your Majesty.
You can move up here towards Seville.
Onward. We march no
Same with these
further
troops.
today,
They can
Lord.
go
Orders.
down towards Seville as well.
Move out. We continue tomorrow.
Sibni Lawadi.
Infidel.
That's interesting. They've gone without their general.
Yalla, my
So that's spear militia, crossbow militia, and only some ballistas. That's not too bad.
Let me strike.
I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and merge these two armies into one competent army, and then we'll move everyone else back to Seville to regroup. I think that's probably the best decision we can do. Anyone who's got kind of full strength can come with us. Anyone who doesn't can be left behind to retrain. Because all these guys are such a hodgepodge of random groups. Splitting the forces a little bit. King Henrique can return to Seville and pick up some new troops. Prince Alfonso the Conqueror is now ready to go against this army. Construction of a brothel complete in Seville. Can't convert you to a town because we don't have the money. But I will get another group of light cavalry there.
Yes.
And actually I'll send these javelinmen down, but they can't quite reach this turn, that's fine. Lots of troop movements happening. I want to keep construction going though if possible. Porto, just retrain those spear militia please. I want to float a little bit of money.
Full sails.
That's a Genoese navy. Genoa's taken Parma. That's unfortunate. I know the Italian states do sometimes come over here and take it. We could attack Genoa for it. I mean, how are the Genoese with standing? How is their standing with the Pope, I should say? Only slightly less than us. We could commission a crusade. That sounds fun. I can only commission against Granada though. But that could work. We could do that. Nice. So everyone will attack the Moors. And what we can actually do, we can get you to be a crusading force and go and attack Granada. Pope calls crusade. The Pope agrees that this settlement is a worthy crusade target, informing you that he will send word to the other Catholic kings and rulers that all true servants of God should take up arms and make haste towards the enemies of the crusade. Woe to those who stand before the righteous armies of the Lord.
The Holy Bible may preach peace, but when it is Christendom itself that is threatened, then it is every Christian's duty to defend all that is holy. His Holiness the Pope has called a crusade to reclaim the Holy Lands from the infidel, who would deny Christian pilgrims their right to visit the holy places. It is time for the armies of Christendom to put aside their differences and unite under one banner, the sign of the cross, and give back God's children what is rightfully theirs, or die trying.
This is why it's useful to be in good standing with the Pope. Because my faith inspires His Holiness, it means I can ask the Pope to commission a crusade. I've got him to commission it against a, albeit not particularly exciting, settlement of the Moors, but it does allow me to get a lot of Europe attacking the Moors, and I can get some troops. That's what I'm going to do here. Rui de Castillo may well be our future leader. He's not very pious. Can't join the crusade while at sea, however. I don't want to land in Parma and annoy the Genoese. So we won't be able to join at this turn, I don't think.
Until morning.
What we will do, we could go on a big fight against here.
I will not waste words on you, infidel.
Because at the moment Prince Alfonso can't move. But I don't need him to do so, I think that's fine.
My lord, should we spare any of them?
They've got no cavalry, but they do have some ballista. I think we can take that on though. And then we push Cordoba with Prince Alfonso. And Rui de Castillo can push Granada. And hopefully push the Moors off the Iberian Peninsula. Although they still will hold a lot of North Africa. So we'll have to see how that goes. There's a nice hill up here. Let's work with this. Let's get everyone grouped together. General does. Got a lot of ranged troops. You guys together. We don't have much melee cavalry, but that should be okay. Get you guys here. The range just behind. You guys up here. As best you can, anyway. Fine, you'll just have to go somewhere else. That's probably fine. Actually, let's get these guys moving over here. You moving over there. And get these guys just onto the crest of the hill, so they've got a slightly better vantage point. That should be okay. You guys can go there. You guys will get to run though. Just so everyone's in position. Okay. What are they doing? Also, they're just reforming. They do have some ranged units, but not as many as they usually do, which probably works in our favour. Go into skirmish mode and contemporary encircle though, or whatever the equivalent is, because we don't want to be struggling with that. You may as well come in and start attacking straight away. There's no reason for you to wait, really. I might see if I can get my general to go after these ballista hanging out towards the back of the army. You guys just go after this crossbow militia, because I don't want to be dealing with them if possible. Although really the desert archers are more of the concern. By the way, because these guys have their shields on the left hand side, that will actually deflect more of the arrows than if I attacked from the other side. So this game is quite competent. It does actually kind of understand that. You guys can attack the ballista. Although you are going to kind of charge into the spear militia as well. And you won't have got a good charge there, so pull back please. That's not what I wanted really. Definitely lost a few of our general's bodyguard there. How are you guys doing over here? Keep going after some crossbow militia please. Once our own range gets involved, we should be able to do some good work. But make sure, you guys need to make sure to pull back. Oh, you, come on, you're in skirmish mode for a reason. Why are you letting yourself being attacked by spear militia? They're going to crucify you. Get out of there, please, quickly. That was silly.
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle.
Okay, at the moment,
and forging a worthy victory.
there's not much more they can do. Pull out of there because you're being charged by spear militia. What are we doing over here? Fine. We should be able to deal with those groups not without too much issue. Push those desert archers, in fact, for me. That's not what I asked you to do. I didn't ask you to charge spear militia. I don't want you to charge spear militia. I'd rather you... I mean, you guys might be able to clear up the catapults here. Just gotta watch out for those spear militia to the sides. Need you to attack those desert archers, please. Yeah, just gotta watch out for these spear militia. As long as I can go through the middle, that's okay. Those archers are routing. Excellent. Push those crossbow militia, please. I'd actually prefer you guys come and attack those spear militia if you can.
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory.
Those ballistas definitely just attacked their own crossbow militia there. You guys crash into the back of these guys, please. One group is already routing, excellent. You pull around the side. We need to deal with those artillery now. In fact, let's just crash into these spear militia quickly. Get them off the field. Because they should rout imminently. And now go for that catapult, please.
The enemy are badly blooded.
Because I want to stop them firing. Oh, that was a bad hit there. We'll get our infantry moving. If only just to make them less of a target for the catapults in general. There's only 6 of them, but they, to their credit, they've kept firing a decent amount of time here. And now push the ballista, please. Okay, come here. I mean, again, we're doing well. My real concern will be when we start fighting other Catholic nations. That's when the issue might happen. You go after them. You guys go after them, please.
The enemy general has no honor.
You lads go after these lads here.
Leaves the field of battle and abandons his men.
Okay, we'll not attack those guys. Excellent. Who's still left? I think it might be just you guys here, actually. You guys come over here for me. Because then we can charge into them from the side. Okay, now charge into these guys, please. They're breaking, excellent. Now charge these ballista. Cool. We definitely dealt with the majority of the issue. There we go. That's the fight.
Our enemy has lost his stomach to fight. We must push our advantage.
And again, by only using kind of sensible tactics, we've done pretty well here. We can call things there. That's fine. We've dealt with the majority of them.
This is a clear victory that goes to only men of great virtue and valor.
We definitely did outnumber them for sure, but I still think we managed to kind of fight that in a sensible manner. Goodbye. Because that means you guys are all dead, the army's routed, and we can now push to Cordoba. And because they have now left their city, it means that we're only fighting 2 units of cavalry, which means we don't even need any. Because they're only cavalry, they won't be able to fight on the walls, which means Cordoba will be a much easier fight for us. And of course, Granada is now a crusade target. Excellent.
Orders?
Okay, we can end the turn there, I'd say. Send you... Oh, we found the Holy Roman Empire, but that's not quite who we were looking for. We're looking for Hungary, but I'm sure we'll find them. Now, is there anyone on this gold? There's definitely someone there. I think that might be a Leon merchant. So that could be a problem. It's a shame we didn't get to Parma first, but we were quite late in leaving. That's one I tried to go for. It's kind of a little bit of a halfway base down towards the Middle East in case it's needed. Technically, we don't need to go down to the Middle East because I don't think we're required to take Jerusalem as part of our wing conditions. But it's something to bear in mind for future. And also it's just useful to have a base a bit closer to Italy. Italy being obviously centre of the world at this point, religiously and politically. Right, you're just going to have to pull back. I don't know where you're going to go, but you can just pull back somewhere.
There's nothing to salvage here. Escata.
Okay, well he's dead pretty much.
We march no further today, Lord.
That's fine. I probably shouldn't have left him by himself, but that's okay. To be fair, we actually we killed more of them than I thought. That's pretty good. I'll retreat to that fort. That's fine. We can get those guys back later. I'm guessing they're going to push our army to Cordoba. Christians, I think they might be a bit too late. Oh yeah, here is our merchant going to be. Our merchant here is going to be sniped off. But the problem is they haven't attacked us this turn, so we can take Cordoba this turn, then we can hold it against their forces. That's probably the better decision. And then we should have kicked them. If they hold Valencia, we haven't quite kicked them off the mainland just yet, but we're not far off.
Splitting our forces.
Candidate for adoption. Duarte do Cotegacia? That's what I'll say. Lots of notifications to deal with. Goodness me, we'll deal with that in a second. Relatively healthy, administratively minded, basic Western education, plotting bureaucrat, religious, cruel and cunning. Benefactor of Gonçalo de Portugal. I mean, he doesn't have any kids yet, so sure, I'll take another general. Subject Sultan is dead, and yes, we need to join the crusade. Oh, King Henrique. Fine. The noble ruler of your people lies dead, as his soul wings its way into the kingdom of heaven. The people both mourn his passing and eagerly await the coronation of their new leader, who is indeed King Alfonso the Conqueror. He died peacefully. He lived to about 64, I think. Prince Rui is our faction heir. He's not very great, and he's also afflicted by scurvy. I imagine it's because he's at sea for quite a long time. He's heir presumptive. Let's get him on land somewhere.
Yes, my lord.
So he can join the crusade and not have scurvy anymore.
Yes?
Join the crusade, there we go. And he can push towards Granada. Who else has joined? Genoa, France, the Imperials, England, Poland and Hungary. Excellent. So mission success. A lot of people are at war with the Moors now, which is just useful for us in general. Construction report. This one's got a bakehouse. Let's give it a... We'll give it a market. More tradable goods, I suppose. And Silvers has got land clearance. Let's give that a port. Let's just think about money for a while. Yeah, this is a big army. This is a very competent army, but I don't think it's going to get to us in time because we can attack Cordoba this turn, and there's only 2 units of cavalry in there. You're going to have to push towards Granada. Hopefully you can get there before everyone else. You do. We will also need to deal with Murcia here, but this is only Murcia. That's only a wooden wall, though that shouldn't be too bad. I do want to send a priest at least down to Granada to start converting. I think these guys can go over here as well. And we're just going to try growing the faith overall across the Iberian Peninsula. We've also got another new family member, Gabriela de Portugal. Excellent. That's going to be another daughter to King Alfonso. So these will be 2 more princesses. Again, their aunts didn't do very well, but hopefully they can do better. Gabriela and Brigida here, but we'll have to see. Let's also have a look at our... What do we want to do with our new generals? So they'll both be at Lisbon. Duarte Cortana, you're probably better as a commander. You're not a very good one. You also don't have a lot of piety. You head towards Seville and look after this force here. Let's see if what we can retrain here, if anything. We're running low on money a little bit, but once we take Cordoba and also Granada, that'll be fine. One thing I do want to bear in mind, however, is mercenary, kind of getting some crusading troops here. I'd like to try and grab all of these guys. Crusade Foot Knights. They do cost a lot though once the crusade is over. Same with the Crusader Knights, but they're just very competent, strong units. We'll take them for now. There's no reason not to, really. And afterwards we can see if we want to keep them, because they are expensive. But also we get a mercenary captain for Prince Rui, which is good. And also if he actually wins this crusade, he'll become a lot more pious, a lot more chivalrous. And may well be pretty good for a future faction leader. Even though he's technically adopted, because Because oh no, he's a man of the hour, wasn't he? Anyway,
God's sent.
things have changed, we're growing the faith, and our faction leader has passed on. Real cool things there. More to come soon indeed. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.